Hey dear Super family, long time no see. In just a couple of weeks, Miss Supranational contestants will come to Poland for the Miss Supranational 2023 experience. So we're so very much excited to start our Super Chats tonight with group number 1. Please welcome Miss Bolivia.
Hello.
Miss Brazil.
Hello.
Miss Chile.
Hello.
Miss Costa Rica.
Hello.
Miss Mozambique.
Hello, everyone.
Miss Panama.
Hello.
And Miss Portugal.
Hello.
Guys, you can help your favorite contestants advance to the next round of the competition. Take a look at the description box below the video. There's a voting link there, and voting rules are there as well. So make sure to vote for your favorite. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. There's much more to come. All right, ladies, I'm so excited to get to know you better. Time for introductions. Hello, Miss Supranational Bolivia. Could you please shortly introduce yourself?
Ok. Hola, mi nombre es Stephanie Terrazas Amusquivar, tengo 27 y soy de Cochabamba, Bolivia.
Hello, my name is Stephanie. I am from Bolivia and I have 27 years old.
Considero que soy una mujer muy positiva, amante de mi cultura y me encantaría
I consider myself as a positive person who loves their culture and
estoy muy feliz de poder representar a mi país y mostrarles un poquito de mi cultura a través de este concurso.
And I'm really happy to show my culture and let you know how our country it is through this pageant.
Thank you very much. Great to meet you, Miss Supranational Bolivia. Hello, Miss Supranational Brazil. Could you please shortly introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm Sinclair Frantz, Miss Supranational Brazil. I'm from Arroio do Tigre, Rio Grande do Sul state. I am a biomedical doctor, a nutritionist, an actress, a model. I am a health coach, and I also graduate in gastronomy and marketing. And I am specializing in nutrition and women's health. And I consider myself a mix of art and science. I am an art lover, and I have a social project called For Angels.
So great meeting you, Sinclair. And we're happy to welcome here on Super Chat Miss Chile. Hello, can you please shortly introduce yourself?
Hello, Ivan. My name is Francisca Lavandero. I represent my beautiful country, Chile. I am 23 years old. I am a private pilot and I study in Golden Eagle to become a commercial pilot. I have one sister, a little sister. She lives in Korea, and I'm very happy to be here with you.
Wow, what an interesting story. Thank you, Francisca. Next up, we have Miss Costa Rica. Could you please shortly introduce yourself?
Sure. And my name is Margaret Gray. I am Miss Supranational Costa Rica 2023. I am 21 years old. I studied the wonderful career of medicine and surgery. And one thing about myself is by practicing sport, I have achieved value and good morals for my adulthood.
Great to meet you, Margaret. Hello, Miss Mozambique. Can you please introduce yourself?
Estou a me candidatar para Miss Supranational 2023.
I'm applying to Miss Supranational 2023.
E dizer também que eu venho de uma família muito humilde.
I'm from a humble family.
Desde criança, sempre foi meu sonho de representar o meu país pelo mundo fora.
Since I was a child, it was always my dream to represent my country worldwide.
E a minha família ter me ajudado desde o princípio.
And my family have been helping me since the beginning.
Thank you so very much, Swema. Great to meet you. Hello, Miss Panama. So great meeting you. Could you please briefly introduce yourself?
Hi, thank you so much. My name is Julian Chu. I have 27 years old. I consider myself a focused, determined person. I love outdoors activities, sports, food. I love food. I have one dog. I have one brother and one sister. And it's an honor to be with you at Supra Chat, Ivan. Thank you.
It's an honor for me. Thank you. Thank you, Julian. Hello, Miss Portugal. Could you please briefly introduce yourself?
Hello everyone, my name is Elodie Lopes, Miss Supranational Portugal. I'm 22 years old and I have a degree in management, and now I'm working as a saleswoman in the fashion industry. And my passions are cooking. I love discovering new recipes and the Portuguese folkloric dance, which is a typical dance of my country.
Wow, exciting. Great to meet you. Thank you for introductions. It was great getting to know you better. Now each of you will be asked a personal question based on the facts that we've learned from your biographies. Miss Supranational Bolivia, here's your personal question based on the facts that we've learned from your biography. Could you please tell us more about the new company you are currently starting?
Bueno, yo vengo trabajando en mi proyecto que se llama Yo planto un arbolito.
I am working on my new project, who is called I Plant a Little Tree.
Vengo realizando este proyecto hace aproximadamente 3 años atrás.
I've been working in this project for 3 years now.
Mi proyecto se trata sobre el cuidado de nuestro medio ambiente
My project is about take care of the environmental
y crear pequeños bosques urbanos para concientizar
and create little forests in the urban zone in the city.
sobre la importancia de nuestros árboles y plantas.
And we want to conscientize the people to take care about the environmental and our nature.
Y durante todo este tiempo ya hemos logrado
And during this time, we did achieve
la creación del primer bosque urbano,
we created the first urban forest
donde las personas pueden visitar y tener mayor conexión con la naturaleza.
where the people can visit, take care of the environmental, and connect with nature.
Llevándose así un aprendizaje sobre la naturaleza
Taking a good experience of the nature and connecting.
y también les enseñamos a plantar, a compostar y a perseverar nuestras plantas.
And we learn them, we teach them to plant a tree, take care of it, compostage, and everything around the situation that about the nature.
Les queremos dejar el mensaje que tenemos que cuidar nuestro medio ambiente porque es nuestro pulmón.
And we want to teach them how to take care of the nature because it's the lung of our city.
Thank you very much. Next up to answer her personal question is Miss Supranational Brazil. Sankler, you have won more than 20 beauty pageants. How has competing in this kind of competitions helped you to evolve?
Beauty pageants have an important value in my life. Through them, I had many opportunities in my life. I had the chance to study, to travel, to new people, to new places, to visit new places, and I've learned how to love myself and not compare myself to another person. This is really important for me. And through beauty pageants, I lived the most beautiful experience in my life. So beauty pageants are really important for me. I am really proud of my story. I am really proud from who I am today, and it was through beauty pageants. So I learned a lot of things, but the most special thing is how to love myself the way I am, and how to work to become my best version. So
yeah, this is very important. Totally agree with you, Sankler. Next personal question goes to Miss Chile. Could you please tell us why did you decide to become a pilot?
La razón de por qué yo decidí ser piloto. Bueno, primero, muchas gracias, Iván, por tu pregunta. La razón por la que yo decidí ser piloto es porque es una carrera hermosa. Siempre hay límites que superar.
Thank you, Eva, for the question. And the reason I decided to become a pilot is because there are so many reasons and a lot of things that you have to fight for and, become for. So
Una de las cosas que destaco sobre mi carrera es que somos muy pocas mujeres, así que siempre tenemos que sacar lo mejor de uno. Siempre
one of the things that I really appreciate of my career, why I started to become a pilot, is because there are no many females pilot. So I think it's something very important for the female side.
siempre hay que destacar un poco más y eso es algo que destaco harto. Por ejemplo, si yo cometo algún error o si un compañero hombre comete algún error, siempre se va a notar más lo que una mujer hace porque somos muchas menos.
Something that I really have in my mind of this career is like when a man makes a mistake, sometimes there's nothing happen with that. But when a woman makes a mistake, we have to be more careful with that. So it's something that I have always in my mind.
Por lo tanto, entiendo a muchas mujeres que muchas veces están rodeadas de hombres y tienen que destacar más y las comprendo.
So that's the reason I understand more the women, because they need to fight more sometimes to show off between men, in jobs that like being done by men. So it's important for me to be part of that.
Para finalizar, la carrera de piloto es como la vida. Siempre uno va a encontrar obstáculos, pero siempre hay que superarlos.
To summarize, I will say that the pilot life is like life. So you will find all the time some obstacles in life, but you have to, overcome with them.
Thank you. What an interesting story. Margaret from Costa Rica. Here's a personal question for you. You have recently started a new university degree that is completely different from your first one. Please tell us what inspired this change.
Decido cambiar mi carrera a medicina dado a una crisis que veo en mi país.
I decided to study medicine because there is a crisis in my country.
Esa crisis se debe a causas de la mujer mentales en muchas ocasiones y muchas ocasiones también en mi área, por ejemplo, de la danza, del deporte.
This crisis is due to lack for women to have right to have good health care in some places in Costa Rica. So by doing sports and by practicing medicine,
decido ingresar a la carrera de medicina para poder ayudar a todas estas personas.
I decided to study medicine in order to help these women and other people that are in necessity.
Thank you, Margaret. What a great motivation and inspiration for change. Okay, next up we have a personal question to Miss Mozambique, Suema. Who is your biggest inspiration and why?
A minha maior inspiração foi a minha mãe, porque foi ela que nos inspirou a viver de uma maneira espontânea.
My big inspiration is my mom because she taught us how to live humbly and spontaneously.
Ela foi a única que nos apoiou desde criança, então é uma das pessoas que me inspira muito.
She was the only one who helped us from the beginning. That's why she's the one who inspires me the most.
E nos motivou a alcançar os nossos objetivos.
She has motivated us to reach our goals.
Thank you. Miss Panama, Jillian, your personal question is, you have had jobs in different fields. Tell us a bit more about it and what have you learned from all those jobs?
Well, I always liked work as television. I have a degree in social communications with a diplomat in communication, digital communication strategy. So I have worked as a reporter at Mucha Noche. It's a program in a television right here in Panama. It's called Next TV. And currently, I worked as a flight attendant at Copa Airlines. It's a Latin American airline. So I've been in different stages that I have learned and I had the opportunity to learn about. I also like class service client.
Okay.
I have worked at many stages. I like it so much where I work right now. I love it.
Thank you, Jillian. Next up, we have Miss Portugal and her personal question. Elodie, you were born in France, right? But you are of Portuguese origin. What have you learned from these two cultures?
Alors, depuis petite, j'ai toujours été liée à mes origines portugaises.
So since I'm small, I've always been attached to my culture, which is Portuguese culture.
Mon origine portugaise a fait que j'ai toujours été élevée dans le respect des traditions de la famille. J'ai toujours été très attachée à ma famille.
Okay, so thanks to my origin, which is Portuguese, I've always been in the respect of everyone and like very attached to my family. And since I'm small, the respect of everything is very important.
Thank you. Merci beaucoup. Thank you, ladies. All your answers were exciting. Next up, we have questions from superfans. Not so long ago, we asked superfans community to come up with their questions and pick the most interesting. So here we go. Miss Supranational Bolivia, question from superfan to you. Tell us about a moment or experience that changed your life.
Creo que algo que ha cambiado en mi vida ha sido la pandemia.
I think one moment that really changed my life was the pandemic.
A darme cuenta que tenemos que aprender a vivir la vida.
I've learned that the pandemic actually told me that, showed me that we need to live our lives.
Como si fuera el último día.
Like it's the last day of our lives.
En este tiempo no vi a mis abuelitos.
During the pandemic, I didn't get to see my grandparents.
Y no poderles abrazarles, darles un beso, darles el amor.
I couldn't hug them or give them love or take care of them.
Me hizo entender que la vida pasa en un segundo y que tenemos que aprender.
And I realized that the life can, it's a blink of an eye, and we need to learn.
Aprender a valorar los pequeños momentos que tenemos en familia y con amigos.
We need to cherish every moment that we have with family and friends.
All right, True, brilliant answer. Thank you, Bolivia. Wow, a very interesting question from superfans to Miss Supranational Brazil. Sankler, how will changes like age limits and marital status change the world?
So, beauty pageants has never been just about physical beauty. It has always been about intellectual, about our personality. So this change, this age limit change, it shows that beauty pageants empower women and give us visibility. With this visibility, we can change the world. We can inspire and motivate people from all over the world. Age is just a number. I am not just my age. I am a woman. I have my story. I have a lot to inspire through my life story, through the experience I lived. So I am really happy, and I feel so proud to say I am a Miss nowadays, because beauty pageants are great platforms to share so many good things, to inspire women from all over the world to fight for their dreams, to show that we can. If I'm here doing that, in my age, you can do that. Trust me.
Thank you. Very true. Next up to answer a question from superfans is Miss Chili. What defines you in life? What defines you?
Una de las cosas que más me define en la vida es que soy una persona muy perseverante.
One of the things that define me in life is like I very constant in my life. I really pursue things in my life.
Un ejemplo muy grande puede ser mi carrera.
One of the things that I can mention could be my career.
No siempre es fácil, hay muchas cosas que son difíciles, pero uno siempre tiene que salir adelante.
Life is not easy, and you have to fight, and you can to overcome and succeed and challenge life.
También soy muy cercana a mi familia y gracias a ellos he conseguido muchas cosas.
Other things like I'm very close to my family, and thanks to that I can obtain everything in my life.
Thank you. Next up to answer a question from superfans is Miss Costa Rica, Margaret. What is the biggest problem women are facing today?
Bueno, en el ámbito de la belleza, si nos referimos directamente a él,
Well, in the beauty world here in Costa Rica,
tenemos una gran problemática en cuanto al bullying por redes sociales,
we have a problematic with bullying in social media,
especialmente a las reinas de belleza.
especially from beauty queens and fashion queens.
Es por ello que debemos estar hoy más unidas que nunca como reinas de belleza y como mujeres
That's why we as women need to be get together to help other people that are suffering from bullying,
para poder alzar nuestra voz y lograr así
to raise our voices and help them too,
salir de esta situación y poder hacer de este medio, las redes sociales, un medio provechoso para crecimiento.
to make social media a platform for freedom, for social acceptance, and for women to feel comfortable in their own skin here in Costa Rica.
Thank you for your answer, Margaret. Next question from the fans goes to Miss Mozambique. Swema, what is the one thing you wish to get out of the Miss Supranational experience? What do you think is the best thing in your would-be Miss Supranational experience?
A maior experiência que eu vou tirar no Miss Supranational é a cumplicidade, a simpatia das candidatas também que estarão lá. Peço ajuda, entre outras palavras.
The biggest experience I will take out from the Miss Supranational, it will be the sympathy and the behavior of the other candidates of this pageant.
Thank you, great answer. Next question from superfans goes to Miss Panama. Jillian, what is your definition of success?
My definition of success is look at usually people look at the mistakes like, okay, I'm going to fail. I don't have the opportunity to do it again. But the mistakes, I look at them as opportunities. And that's why I like about that mindset. Because to have success, you have to be focused. You have to be a responsible person. You have to be determined and brave. Because the opportunities that you have in life, you have to work for them with a positive mindset.
All right, great recipe of success. Thank you, Jillian. Next up to answer a question from superfans, we have Miss Portugal. What is the most important thing young people should be taught during this time?
Aujourd'hui, les jeunes doivent apprendre des valeurs comme le respect,
Today, young people should learn about respect,
la responsabilité et l'humilité,
responsibility, and to be down to earth,
enseigner l'égalité et le respect,
to be taught respect and equality,
c'est éduquer contre la violence.
and also be educated against violence.
Thank you, Elodie. Very good answer. Thank you. I'm pretty much sure superfans are super happy with your answers right now. And next up, we have one and the same question for all of you, the general question. In Supranational Bolivia, here comes our today's general question for you, the one we're asking everybody in this group. If you could go back in time and change just one event in history, which event would it be and why?
Tal vez cambiar que antes las mujeres no tenían tanto derecho.
What I wouldn't change but enforce, it would be the March 8th in history about that moment from four women,
No podían expresarse,
about the human rights, about the labor rights,
tal vez dar sus ideas, decir lo que pensaban,
and they couldn't say what they think or say what they felt,
y mostrarse al mundo tal y como eran.
and show the world how they were.
Creo que eso es lo que yo cambiaría, que las mujeres, como ahora se está viendo,
What I would change, it was be earlier. That event would be earlier.
que ahora tenemos más derecho, ya no tenemos miedo de mostrarnos y tener esa voz fuerte de expresar lo que nosotros queremos.
And can show how they were and have the human rights needed to have the world changed.
Gracias.
Thank you very much. Gracias. Next answer today's general question is Miss Supranational Brazil, St. Clair. If you could go back in time and change just one event in history, which event would it be and why?
I would end wars because violence is not the way to solve things. Wars is not a good thing for anyone. Freedom should be the basic principle for any society, and people don't have freedom in a situation like wars. Children are exposed to violence, and all the world suffer the consequences. So I would end wars.
Thank you. Great answer. Next up to answer our today's general question, the question we're asking everybody in this group is Miss Supranational Chile. If you could go back in time and change one event in history, which one would it be and why?
Buena pregunta, Iván. Muchas gracias.
Good question, Vander. Thank you very much for that question.
Yo creo que todas las cosas que han pasado a nivel mundial y a nivel global nos hace las personas que somos hoy en día.
I think everything that happened in life define us who we are right now in life.
Claramente hay muchas cosas que yo y muchas personas queremos que no hayan sucedido. Por ejemplo, lo que pasó con el COVID-19, que es algo que yo también pude vivir en carne y hueso.
Clearly, something that happened to everybody, it was what happened in all around the world, could see what happened in COVID-19. And I was able to live that personally.
Pude ver con mis propios ojos cómo mucha gente perdió la vida.
I saw with my own eyes how many people, passed away.
Pero al igual que muchos eventos que muchas personas como yo no quieren que hubieran pasado,
Like many other people like me, that we would like to face something like that.
hay que aprender de estos eventos por si es que llegan a ocurrir por si es que llegaran a ocurrir más adelante.
We have to learn from experience and how we're going to face this down the road if something like this happen again.
Que al final nos harán más fuertes
And it's going to make stronger.
y podemos salir adelante con eso.
And we can succeed.
Thank you for your great answer. Thanks for sharing it. Next up to answer today's general question is Miss Costa Rica. This is a very interesting one. I really like it. Margaret, if you could go back in time and change just one event in history, which event would it be and why?
Bueno, si pudiera volver en el tiempo, decidiría volver a aquel entonces en la cual la raza negra fue golpeada fuertemente.
If I had the opportunity to go back in time, I would go to this time period when the slavery was taking place in the United States.
Ya que, bueno, vivieron momentos muy difíciles y quiero llegar a ese momento para decirles que ya acabó, de que esto pasó.
Because in those times, Black children and Black women older men, everyone that has dark skin were having a lot of trouble. So if I go back to time, I would tell them that someday in the future, you will be loved, you will be accepted for who you are, and discrimination is going to stop.
Y es por eso que deben seguir luchando.
And that's why we need to keep fighting for our struggles, and we need to keep fighting for our freedom, because even in today's society, we still are fighting with a lot of hate.
True. Thank you very much, Margaret. And our today's general question to you, Swema, Miss Mozambique. If you could go back in time and change one event in history, which one would it be and why?
Ok, se eu pudesse
I would
mudar
change
o
nothing,
tempo,
but if I could go back in time,
eu acho que é
it
mesmo
would be
ser
the day when I was
voltar
crowned
no
to
tempo.
represent my country at Miss
Eu acho
Supranational.
que seria mesmo ser coroada.
Okay, thank you, Swema. And our today's general question to you, Miss Panama. If you could go back in time and change one event in history, which event would it be and why?
Well, general response, I think that everything that has happened in history, and talking about my life, I cannot change anything, because talking about mindset, the mindset of today is not the same of before. So it has changed. It has changed a positive way to make things different in history and in life. Different experiences, different opportunities, and different mindset. People are more brave. People are more determined. People are more responsible about their acts, and it's possible to make it an opportunity to look at the before and make those history or experiences to not do it again at the present.
Thank you very much. Very wise answer, Gillian. Next up to answer today's general question is Miss Portugal. Elodie, if you could go back in time and change just one event in history, which one would it be and why?
Alors, si je devais changer un événement dans le monde, ce serait la guerre en Ukraine.
So if I have the choice to change one event that happened in the world, would be the war in Ukraine.
Car je pense que la violence ne résout absolument rien.
Because I think that violence doesn't resolve anything.
Des personnes vont perdre la vie et certains vont même perdre des proches à cause de ce conflit.
Because of this conflict, so many people have lost families and so many people have lost lives.
Je pense qu'on devrait résoudre cette situation par de simples discussions.
I think that this huge conflict could be solved by a simple conversation.
Et régler du coup ce conflit.
So the conflict can be resolved.
Thank you for answering, Elodie. Thank you, Group 1. It was great getting to know you. Ladies and gentlemen, let me remind you once again that you can help your favorite contestants advance to the next round of the competition by voting for them in the Supra app. Voting link is in the description box below the video, along with voting rules. Thank you very much. Subscribe to our channel and see you soon on Super Chat.
Bye.
Goodbye.